Hey everyone, Nextman490 here with the screen, the camera not flipped horizontally like with Don't Starve, so then when I look in the direction, you're like, okay, it's in this direction. It's just like this. So that I can show you and demonstrate with this about games that, like a lot of these fighting games and beat 'em ups that I've realized, because they have so many inputs, I just don't have the patience to really get into all that Twitch movement, Twitch gameplay of these beat 'em ups and fighting games. The only one I've really gotten into, and even then I'm like not really good at it, I'm just okay at it, is Super Smash Bros. Where there's like where there's A moves, various A moves and various B moves, and then there's blocking, and then there's dodging, and then there's grabbing, and of course there's jumping, like all over the place, and you gotta like it's a little too complicated for me to master, is what I'm saying. Similar case is with like Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, which I mean it like has its own like problems, like difficulties where you have to really like sort of dodge like before you think you have to dodge because it's so slow and clunky, and you gotta have potions, and you gotta like have your weapon like prepared to attack, and the monsters take like 500 hits because I don't know, because that's how Monster Hunter is, and I just can't get into it. I just can't. People say, "Oh, it's the best game on the Wii U," but no, I can't. There's also Metal Gear Rising 3 or Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, which people say, "Oh, it's like one of the best games of 2013, 2014 with the release on PC." But again, I can't really get into it. I don't have the patience to really get used to it, because with it, it's like here I use this Xbox controller on PC. So it's like, okay, you gotta like hold the direction and then press X and A to dodge, and then you gotta parry, pressing the control stick in the direction of the thing, and then you gotta like after you parry, you gotta do the combo, some sort of combo, and then like heavy attacks, I guess, and then you got like a lock-on button, and then you got the special attack button in case you need a grenade or a rocket launcher, and then there's like jumping, I guess, and then there's whatever B does, I guess. And it's so complicated, and it's kind of overwhelming for me, especially with enemies that take, again, a lot of hits. Similar with monsters in Monster Hunter, I went against this big robot thing, the GRAD, and it's like it's big robot and shoots missiles, so you gotta, oh, of course, there's a ninja run, so you gotta hold that, and then you gotta hold the lock-on button, and then you gotta push all these buttons, to parry, and then to dodge in case you can't parry, and then you gotta do the heavy attacks, and then you gotta, like, maybe throw a grenade, I don't know, it's so complicated. Oh, and then, of course, there's the camera. So there's, like, all these buttons. I just can't get into it. So that's how like it's just so difficult for me, Like I gave up on my first like actual monster battle, against like a Barroth, which is like the lowest level of them, but it still took like way too much, way too long for me, and I couldn't get into it, and I just gave up on that, and I gave up on the GRAD, I also gave up on fighting games before I even like started to get into them. Injustice, Gods Among Us, and Street Fighter 4. On PlayStation Plus, of course, because I mean I don't buy fighting games other than Smash. But even with Smash, I don't think I'm gonna get like the new Smash. It's just, I mean, Smash is best played with other people, of course. Otherwise it's just like, oh yeah, well you can there's a ton of content, but it's just not, it's not that fun, when you're on your own. Sure, there's like all these like, Master Hand and things, and then there's like different places to go to maybe, but I just don't want to, I don't feel like getting the new Smash. This is my point there. And I don't feel like getting Bayonetta 2 either, so the last game I'm getting on Club Nintendo is Mario Kart 7. I mean, the last Nintendo game I'm gonna get Club Nintendo points from. And then later on, I guess I'll get the new Zelda because, open world and all. Like the games I like, that I get into, or games where, it's much more simple. There's the button that you hold, the button that you press a lot, and the button you press occasionally. Like with Mario Kart, there's the A button to drive, you hold a lot, and then there's a button you push a lot to do the hops or the stunts. You know what I mean? And drifting as well. And then there's the item button which you press occasionally. So like that I can get into. In a similar case with Super Mario games, usually there's like the there's the attack button which you often hold, in the new ones, just like in the retro Mario games, you hold the B button to run, and also you press it occasionally to attack. And then there's the jump button, which you press a lot. So there's a button you hold, to run, and then the button you press to jump. And then there's the one that you press occasionally, the ground pound button. So it's nice and simple, And there's maybe like one other button, maybe, but it's not much more complicated than the one you hold, the one you press much or you press a lot, and then the one you press occasionally. That I can get into. That I'm like, okay, I can get this. I get this. Yeah. So I guess that'll be it for this video of vlogging time. I made my point. I talked about a lot of games that sort of get into that point. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Also, sort of testing out my mic. In case you didn't notice, it's 30% louder than it was in my previous video, some Minecraft video, in which like the quality didn't seem quite so good, I guess because the bitrate was low. But now I have the bitrate much higher, like 25% higher, so I guess the quality's better, probably. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video, vlogging time. Goodbye.